Hey guys, okay, so let's just try and finish this shit show because I'm fucking sick and tired of it. It takes a. I know it's just a stupid YouTube video, but it takes a lot of out of me because I honestly I didn't remember it to be so fucking bad. It drives me nuts. It drives me fucking insane. And we're getting into the action pieces, so. Less to say about them, I guess. But yeah, so let's just jump into it. I'll try to finish it um, with this video because honestly, yeah, let's just fucking jump in it. So we were at the penthouse scene with between Alfred and Rachel. And of course, I have said how I find that a lost opportunity was my biggest go-to because fuck because all they have established in Batman Begins. That's the same thing as it's because it's again lazy Nolan. It's like he doesn't. I don't think he watched Batman Begins before starting doing this project because he seems to have uh, um, lost a lot of things that he built built. So like the Rachel mental state at the end on the devastated Wayne Manor. She has her kiss with Bruce, and she says, the man I loved, he never came back at all." And she says, she touches his face, and she said, "This is your mask. Yeah, your real face is who the criminal fears." So if she says that, okay, so right on. Right on point. That's a great thing, and that's a great reason for her to be with Harvey Dent now, because Harvey Dent stands for a lot of the same things. They call him the White Knight. It's a good analogy. He fights and believes in the same. He's a legal Batman, really. But that doesn't fight physically, but he stands for the same things, and that's why just then again best choice of arc and best dialogue, best narrative, best always the Joker or Harvey Dent until we're about to get to it. So let's just jump. It's so right now Harvey has told the world he was the Batman, and they're taking him in a SWAT vehicle, a SWAT patrol, and the dumbest of the dumbest SWAT officers. I mean, thank God that real SWAT officers don't talk or comport themselves that way, or are fat. I mean, it's just when I say the extras in Christopher Nolan movies really suck hard, this is the perfect fucking example. Again, one down. Again, Joker, police officer. Uh, Joker just shotgun in the face a police officer. Again, and he could have done a thousand things. No, but he just shoots him in the face because he's the Joker and he doesn't care. So that makes the scene at the parade when the Joker tried to shot. Well, he shot Gordon in the back and killed Gordon. Of course, I went right through all of that. Makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but whatever. And you see here, when someone, it's something, it's one of the greatest lines of the Joker in this movie. At the end, he says, "You and me are destined to do this forever. This is what happens when an an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, and the unstoppable force is Batman, and the immovable object. Well, I guess you could say both ways. Whatever. It perfectly uh, um, it perfectly explains the kind of the metaphor of their duel, of Batman and Joker's eternal duel. So yeah, so when just to say that Joker was waiting in his van that he's gonna use for the chase, and a police officer says, "Hey, you can't stay there or move your don't move your truck or whatever." And the Joker just shoots him in the face. And he's a police officer, so why didn't he kill? When Bruce found the apartment of the Joker's ally, and they had officers entangled and blindfolded. He said, "Why didn't he kill them? Makes no sense." The only reason they they left them alive. A movie reason, not a character reason. Because as a character reason, I mean, have we seen and someone in the path? When someone is in the path of the Joker, he kills them every step of the way in this movie, always. So again, just a lack of consistency, lack of just again lazy. It's I don't know how to else to describe it. It's lazy. And here we have the dumbest fucking cops in the world. Obstruction ahead, obstruction ahead. And it's like all units divert down to the lower fifth. And it's like um and the first thing the SWAT officer says is, "We'll be like turkeys on Thanksgiving." And it's like, isn't it uh, kind of it's like just because there's a I guess it's a van, maybe the van Joker was in or whatever, just because there's a huge van on fire, you divert all. I mean, you have an helicopter, and the resources that you have here, police cars, reinforced truck, bulletproof trucks for RV Dent to travel to make him travel. You have police cars, an helicopter. You have an idea of the importance and of the resources that are spent here, and it's like, isn't it a little bit bizarre that that the direct safe road, and uh, already registered road you were gonna take is now blocked by a van on fire? It's like obstruction ahead, obstruction ahead. It's like, no, 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 stop, stop, stop. What the fuck? Why is there a fucking car on fire that blocks the way? Nobody asks any question. Everybody just says, "Oh yes, so instead of the safe route, we'll go to the more dangerous route in the underground to be just at the if we encounter some resistance, because we're we're we know what do we know about who the Joker wants. He wants Harvey Dent. That's why he was at Bruce's penthouse. That's why, I mean, he wants. They know the Joker wants him. So I mean, I'm staying on the same subject so long, but you're a police officer, and if you're in charge, the first car of a squad like this, I guess you're kind of pretty high in the hierarchy, or at least you're a veteran cop. And there's a van on fire. All the roads are fucking empty, by the way. Another strange thing. There's a van on fire that blocks the route. No, nobody, no policeman called for fire. no fireman on the scene, no nothing, no equipment to remove the object from the street, no news report. It's like, oh yeah, just another day in Gotham, a fucking van on fire. Of course, let's just go to the dangerous route because we're so fucking stupid. This is how why I said Chris Nolan is Snyder is the dumbest dummy, and Nolan is the sophisticated dummy when it comes to Batman. His other films are better, way better. But when it comes to Batman, I don't know. Maybe it's still Goyer. Maybe all my spite is destined towards Goyer, and I'm pretty fucking sure of it. But again, it's whoever's responsible. It's Nolan's name on the movie, so it's his fault, and it's just dumb. It's like at the limit, just call. I mean, are we on a time frame here? Is the bomb gonna go off? I mean, why are we so? Um, why are we so pressed with time? It's like, no, stop. Find what the hell's going on. Again, street cameras, whatever. Check the tag, the license plate number on the car. Look at what happened. Find witnesses, do something. Jesus fucking Christ. Obstruction ahead, obstruction ahead. He doesn't even say, uh, uh, um, GCPD, this is officer blah blah blah, so and so, and we have encountered a van of fire on the whatever road. So could we like stop and know and figure out a plan, strategic plan to move our target safely and to be fucking professionals and discover why the fuck there's a van on fire blocking a route in our city? Could we just do something, please? No, fuck it. Let's just go on the dangerous road. So come on. Every, Nobody stops, and we have the dumbest SWAT officer. And there were space. Oh, excuse me. It's not a van. It's a fire truck. A fire truck on fire. What a good joke, I guess. But I mean, even you said there was place, so they could have just they could have just go slide through. There was like a 6 foot space. I mean, yeah, you'll scrap your car a little bit, but I mean, what the fuck? If you know the road you're going to take is so strategically dangerous, why does the SWAT officer, when he says we'll be like turkeys on Thanksgiving, why isn't he taking his radio and saying it to them like, and he says that to the driver, and the driver doesn't answer. Hello, and the driver is wearing his full mask, his full SWAT mask, while driving. I've never been a SWAT officer, but I don't think it's very practical to fucking drive like this. And you're already in a bulletproof truck. So, could it be somebody that, and he doesn't speak? So isn't it a little, again, strange, bizarre? Like, it's so, like, guys, when I say it's a mess of epic proportions. Every detail crashes under the slightest pressure. I mean, it doesn't hold up to anything. And I don't even feel in a Batman movie. I feel in a scrappy, just the fucking Michael Bay Transformer bullshit. And it's so stupid. Thank God we have the Joker coming in because save us, Heath Ledger. God damn. Oh, first thing they do. Oh, what is this? Oh my God! A danger on the most dangerous route we could take? What a shock! What a surprise! Oh, two police cars down, and it's a garbage truck. And still, The SWAT officer is still talking and the driver doesn't respond. What the fuck, guys? Lock and load. Ah, we're so dumb. And if, oh my god. So the van, the Joker is in. Just it's hilarious. I mean, the Joker is owning their asses, and I find it hilarious because they're so they're so dumb. They're so unprofessional. They're always, and look at the dialogue here. We're like turkeys. It's a SWAT officer. Excuse me, Mister Whoever wrote the script, but a SWAT officers are very fucking bright and then smart and strategic and skilled and intelligent. They know their shit. They don't spend their time talking about jokes or will be like turkeys or Thanksgiving. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Speak with authority, speak with clear intent, speak with strategy that you were trained to do all your life. I mean, with SWAT officers, it's many often live or die situation, and they have one of the most precious, again, targets to protect. It's their responsibility. And what are they doing? The dumbest of the dumbest thing. And it just took a garbage, a fire truck on fire. It's like, okay. And even then, I think about it, it's even dumber. Think about it. A fire truck on fire. One fire truck. Where are the firefighters? Where are the other trucks? Why doesn't the police already knew about this? It's like it's like if you were it's like with the bank at the beginning. It's like there's a bus halfway that has crashed into the bank of Gotham, and with all the civilians walking on the sidewalks and all the dense traffic, nobody saw shit. Nobody alerted the police. Nobody did anything. It's a fucking disaster. And now I'm just happy because good joke again. When Heath Ledger's Joker appear, we're in for a good time. So at least, thank God for Heath Ledger. And of course, the side of the van, it says laughter is the best medicine, and they wrote an SL, so it says slaughter is the best medicine. It's a good one. It's good some nuggets. With the Joker, always great ideas come only from the Joker point of view. So he's in his van that we saw him not steal but use to kill the cop, and he just rammed into a SWAT truck that went straight in the water. Good job, SWAT. Good job. And I like that there is no soundtrack here, and the SWAT officer is still talking, and the driver is not responding. So the Joker again. Is that a bazooka? Yeah, you're getting fucking trashed. Again, it's you are getting raided from every sense of the way. All your patrol cars are down. One of your SWAT cars is down, and you're getting fired upon fire, and you're about to be fucking hit by a rocket, and you still travel at the same speed. You don't call for help. You're not saying the situation. It's like we took you and me, whatever, random people on the street, and put them in charge of the SWAT team. What the fuck? It's like they don't know what to do, and he continues to talk, and the driver, with his mask on, doesn't speak. It's like, of course, the audience know, yeah, he's working with the Joker, but fuck, it again, the extras and the how dumb can you get? How stupid, and people like this shit. It's like, I like Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger's Joker is consistent. He's doing his job. He's not fooling around, and he's having fun. So all of that, I mean, if you erase all the rest, yeah, you got something good. But so again, I didn't sign up for this. You're a SWAT officer. Shut up. So bazooka, another cop card goes down, and then the Batman arrives, takes down the garbage truck. So that's one down. I hate the tank. I hate the Batmobile. I said it in Batman Begins. Another bazooka. But this time the Batman will take the hit. I like that. I like that one rocket took the Batmobile down. Uh, but I hate, again, I hated the tank, and now I hate the Batpod. Why? Because again, it has guns. And now that's just the best. We have to. Again, he says we need air support now, but he doesn't call for it. The driver is still saying nothing. It's been half an hour at least. It's like, what the fuck? And we see men eating sandwiches. Like there always has to be some kind of dumb civilian that doesn't do shit. And the music goes on. Oh, now they have air support. About fucking time. 30 minutes too late. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, we stop describing everything that we see on screen. And another dumb thing. Joker gang takes down the helicopter with a rope, knowing exactly the altitude it's flying. Like kind of a lucky shot. Batman blowing up cars that could result in collateral damage of life and at least of property. The helicopter crashes because for the most random reasons. The CGI is very crappy. The SWAT officer is being even stupider. Again, Batman is firing bullets in windows and doors. It's like any of these lost bullets could have hit someone. Whatever, it looks cool. Heath Ledger is laughing. This is great. When we see Heath Ledger, it's great. That's just. And how did he know? Okay, so we arrive at the van. The van flip when the Batpod throws the come on, attach, shoots cables under the van, and the van fucking flips over, and it was a real practical effect, so that's great. I love the fact that when Heath touches the cord, he stays in character, and again, shoots everything in its way. When something confronts the Joker shoots it down. Except Batman, because he wants to play with Batman. Come on, come on. I want you to do it. And again, the dumbest thing. And Batman is faking to be unconscious. Um, you just rolled down. Why would you be unconscious? They could have killed you by now. They could have shot you in the mouth. And there's Gordon. We saw clearly blood when Joker shot Gordon in the back. We clearly, I mean, did he have a pack of ketchup in his back? And Harvey then saying, "Yeah, Batman saved my ass." So again, Harvey is always smart, always collected, always when he speaks, he is very professional. He is very anyway. I am losing strength. Of course, back from the dead. Couldn't risk my family's safety. You were dead, so nobody was left to protect them. That's what you call safety? And you cause your wife and your kid like serious trauma by thinking you're fucking dead. Yeah, commissioner just got killed by this guy, so now you're commissioner. Great, yay. Yeah, his wife fucking smacks him and cries. Poor actress, she has nothing to work with. And the way that, I mean, how fucking dumb every cop is makes just the Joker. Make the Joker is very smart and he's very well written, but it makes him just 1,000 times smarter. It makes him look so much better with all these idiots running around his prison cage. Talks about his son again. He shouldn't have a son. Gordon should have a fucking daughter. And finally, we arrive at the most famous scene in the Nolan trilogy, the interrogation scene. And of course, said Harvey Dent was kidnapped. Um, yeah, Euro people. All right, so yeah, the interrogation scene. Um, yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time, so let's go through it. Of course, says to Garden, he says, yeah, we all know this scene. I won't tell it verbatim, but uh, if we're gonna play games, of course, good cop, bad cop, yeah, kinda. But Batman is so stupid. Smashes his head. Why? To be intimidating? Doesn't work. Punches his hand. Again, that doesn't do shit. If you want to break his fingers, break them. And with his dumb mask and his dumb voice, Heath Ledger looks so much better. Huh? You let 5 people die, and you let them take your place. Yeah, you fucking suck, man. I'm in line with the Joker here. I want the Joker to win. He's fucking smarter and he deserves it. He deserves this victory because it's just smarter than all these dumb people. I won't kill you. And I hate another thing I hate, and I hated it. Um, that's the only thing I hated with Batman Begins suit is the cowl around the mouth. Normally, in most of Batman's design, the sides do go far is far wider and goes like in a triangle and cuts here. Like in Matt Reeves' The Batman, it goes very far. But in most iterations, it's never a circle around the mouth. It's so not appealing. But when it's more, excuse me, larger and pointy, it mimics. It's a direct um, metaphor for the Joker's smile. That's how I always saw it. Because why would it go that far? Because, and of course Nolan doesn't understand Batman, so he said make it a shitty circle. It it we, we cannot see his jawline. Like in Matt Reeves' Batman, can you imagine this movie and not taking advantage of Robert Pattinson's incredible jawline? It's like it gives Batman so much more masculinity and anger and um, power to his words because we see his chin move. And if nobody's ever gonna shoot him in the mouth since 1966, I don't think they're gonna start now. So why the fuck not? Jesus Christ, costume designers. I'm gonna want this. I'm gonna miss the fucking nipples soon. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, Joker is explaining how he sees Batman. And again, who wrote this dialogue? It's so much better. You complete me. And Batman doesn't understand him. You're garbage who kills for money. Batman would have never said that. Never. You're garbage. How reducing. You know how this. If you're Batman with his mind, you understand the level of threat that this guy is. He's a John Doe. He has no dental, uh, like the Gordon just said, no fingerprints, no dental, no ID whatsoever. All his clothes are custom, and we don't know where the scars come from. We don't know his background. This guy is a fucking ghost. It's like a demon. Just it's like hell opened and they spat out the demon, and that was this guy. He's just a guy with scars, makeup, and knives, with like 30 knives on him. But yeah, just knives. And it's like the Joker is gonna say to Harvey Dent later, "Look what I've done to this city with a few bullets and a few buckets of gasoline." It's like, but why? Every mob in every history in Gotham's history has had way more firepower, way more manpower, way more everything. But this guy alone is able to make his point so and to again to attain a threat level so insane that it took all of this it took the Batman crashing his precious tank. It took Gordon to fake his own death. It took a lot just to take him in, And even when he's in, he wanted to be in. So Batman doesn't see past. He still has his mentality that Ra's al Ghul stupidly said in Batman Begins. Criminal are not complicated. Well, I think you learned your lesson, Mr. Batman, because yeah, sometimes criminals are very complicated and you're sitting toe to toe with one and he's gonna fucking laugh you off because you're a joke. Even if you'd like to be. Batman would he understands Batman. They're both and don't nobody come to me and says, "Oh, but it's Batman doesn't understand him because it's the first time they meet." No, wrong. If the Joker has already knows so much just by watching Batman from the news or from what else? Knowing his reputation on the streets and the news. That's all he had to judge Batman from. And Batman had a lot more information with all his crazy detective skills to understand. He could have begun. It's like in Fire. It's like in Rises when he talks about Bane. Alfred has to say, "Stop! Look what you're gonna get caught into." And Bruce is like, "Oh, whatever. I beat the League of Shadows. I can beat him, no problem." Blah blah blah. And he has 3 movies in. He hasn't learned his lesson. And now it's like the joke. Normally they go head. Batman and Joker go head to head, and it's glorious because their Joker is again could be he could be the son of a president, and he could be an orphan raised on the poor streets. It could be anybody from again he's white, but apart from that, it could come from who knows. We don't know anything from him, anything except he's nuts and life is a joke to him. All it took is one bad day, and he laughs and he kills a lot of people very smartly and like and with anarchy and chaos and joy and laughter, and he enjoys all of it. But he's so smart. If he was such a dumbass, Batman captured him, and of course he captures him often. But again, like in the great game Arkham Asylum, Joker wanted to be caught, and Batman knows because he says, "Wait, it was the fight was too easy. I don't like this. I don't trust this. I'm gonna go in." That's the smart Batman. That's the real Batman. Here, he's like Batman is so simple-minded, so focused, so caught in the lies of the criminals are not complicated that it's gonna bite him in the ass because he's gonna lost his precious Rachel. And he deserves it. For being so dumb and underestimating the Joker, he deserves it. Yeah. And I love this dialogue that Heath Ledger has because it explains everything. It explains how Joker sees the world, and he talks with Batman as an equal. And Batman, instead of trying to understand, instead of reading between the lines, like in the Killing Joke, all he does is brutality and asking straightforward question. No psychological evaluation from what skill Batman should have. Again, brute force, brute thinking. He's just a brute, and he doesn't even good at it. Like he's all he is a fighter, and not a great fighter, but a lucky fighter because all his enemies are so stupid and dumb and weak. That's the Batman from Nolan. Thanks, Nolan. Imagine a great. Even imagine Michael Keaton against this Joker. Imagine a well-written Ben Affleck Batman against this Joker. Imagine Robert Pattinson with this Joker. My God, what festivities would we see? It would be a spectacle. It would be a masterpiece. Again, it would be incredible. But no, we have to say everything. Like Joker took the time to to explain because he knows Batman is his equal. Even though he doesn't, Batman, I don't consider Batman his equal in this movie. But again, for the sake of appearances, for the sake of the lore, Joker talks to Batman like, you're not like them, even if you would like to be. So he knows this Batman just wants to be normal, but is cursed, like all Batmen are. But it takes the time. He's not vulgar with him. He takes his time. He explains it thoroughly, his psychological motivations, and how he sees the world, and how he sees his relationship with him. And all Batman responds is smash, smash, take. Where's Dent? Where's Dent? Where's this? Where's Rachel? Boom, boom, boom. I mean, yeah, of course, Batman should beat him up, but it's so simple just to. I mean, you again, so much potential wasted in what could have been. That should have been the centerpiece of the movie. And again, it should have just been the plot should have just been Joker. Uh, Batman has to reveal his identity, or Joker continue on his killing spree. That's it. And here you have them, and here Joker is put in custody. So if he was in if he was surrounded by good cops and a good infrastructure, technically he would be in jail. But he's surrounded by fucking idiots. All he takes the entire GCPD police station with a knife. With a knife. Are you kidding me? Jesus. So now, yeah. Batman's banging him against the wall. The helmet from the side looks awful. And the Joker is just laughing of him. And he knows the pain will come, and he's driving Batman insane. Look at you go. He wants it. He knows what's coming. Because he's always wrong way across the curve. But of course, it's brutal. I mean, we see Heath Ledger wanted to be hit for real, and it shows. And it's and his laugh is with the soundtrack, with the razor. And you said you have no power. You have only brute force. Nothing to do with all your strengths. You're such a. You think I'm the clown? You're the clown. You have zero against me. And of course, he switches the address of the two. And again, Batman gives himself away when Gordon says, "Which one are you going to?" And he says, "Rachel." He should have said the female lawyer or something, but he says, "No, Rachel." So, and they both get blown up, and Again, Harvey Dent, which was very well written and played and performed, and I think again with its two-faced persona, it's a waste of killing him, an horrible waste, and what he chooses to do with the rest of of the movie, and that the movie doesn't resolve around him at all, and that he becomes two-faced for like half an hour and then he's dead. All this build up with Aaron Eckhart doing a great performance. Again, it's such a waste. So uh, it's just a waste. And Rachel, well, I don't want to be mean, but she had in Batman Begins, her role was slim but necessary. In this movie, it was just to cause pain, emotional pain to Bruce. And even if I don't like this Bruce, well, she was a she's a bitch. I mean, excuse my language, but she doesn't know what she wants. She's supposed to be very smart. She's a fucking to be at this level of a lawyer of this level of this street smart and everything. Like she saw Bruce in how the city was, where the mob was, and how the city was alive, and how the city was eating itself. Like the Batman said, she had a lot of more depth than this Rachel, who's just a pawn, a love pawn, that a ping pong ball. She's a love ping pong ball that goes from Bruce to Harvey to Bruce to Harvey, but she only fucks Harvey because Bruce wants it, and she doesn't wants to give Bruce what he wants because she's just like, oh, but you're Batman, blah blah blah. You're not the. I mean, she said she was right, but okay, just say okay, Bruce. Your new lifestyle of being the Batman, I don't agree with it, and it's not healthy for me, for my brain. I can't live like this. So I love Harvey Dent. I'm gonna be with him. Status quo. Let it be clear, and don't like forget about me. Something, please. Get him out of his fucking misery. He's already enough traumatized like that. That's why in Matt Reeves' The Batman, I'm so happy that it's clear cut. Yeah, his relationship with Catwoman is simple and clear cut, and they have great chemistry, and it works. And she doesn't sleep with other men. She, she just she loves him, even if it's a flirt, even if okay, of course it's Catwoman. She's gonna flirt. Yeah, why not? They have good chemistry. It's a fling, maybe. Maybe she loves, but she loves. Maybe she likes him without knowing who he is, just because of what he does. I'm talking about another movie here. Yeah, because this movie is so great. I mean, Matt Reeves, the Batman, is great. This is a fucking farce. But yeah, while they're getting blown up with the clown with no plan, but has spent who knows how much manpower and hours to rig all these gases, these oil tanks on a with a phone that only connects to the other phone of the other person that is a completely different building, and doing all these tricks. And we know he's good with electronics and explosives. And one of the one of the backgrounds who was taught for Heath Ledger's Joker is if that he was in the military. So that's how he's so good with guns and explosives and electronics and detonators and all that stuff. Because, but again, we are not sure. We don't know. So, and again, guys, I'm just from this point on. Joker has his way. Joker wins. I'm just gonna end it here because honestly, what talking about Two Face would be a waste of time because Nolan doesn't understand Batman and he doesn't understand Two Face. And like all of Two Face motivation is Rachel. His anger is because Rachel is dead. He takes Gordon's family, he kidnaps them and at gunpoint because he lost Rachel. And we're like, so you have reduced all the depth, all the lore, all the countless amazing stories we have with Two Face, and it is Inception here. And again, the only one who has an interesting conversation and the only one who understands what he has become without even talking to him for once is the Joker. The Joker is so smarter than everybody. And Harvey Dent is just the Aaron Eckhart, the actor, is just trapped. Again, the makeup for a realistic thing, again, I think is you couldn't bear this level of pain without some strong morphine. I think that, like they say, he doesn't want. He's refusing morphine or anything for the pain. It's like, dude, your face is burned and there's holes in it. Even the movie doesn't have as much plot holes as your face. It's like you should be yelling at the top of your lungs how fucking. But again, okay, so you want to tell me, yeah, but he chooses to deal with the pain because to cover, to match his level of pain from losing Rachel. Okay, play like that, but play smart. And all it says is for the rest of the movie, flings his coin, shoots, no depth, no levels of psychological separation, no end game. Truly, he's become like a loose cannon that Batman has to throw off a building, and Batman survives because of his armor, but then dies because he falls for like 3 or 4 floors. So even his death is very lazy, and the final plot of this movie's ending, it's such a mess that I won't even go into it because I think that the thing with the boats was just like, well, we have $30 million left on this budget, Nolan. What should we do with the end? Uh, and Batman beating the Joker physically is so stupid. It's beyond stupidity. So I can't describe that. And of course, again, guys, like Harvey Dent's arc and character, it's a shame because they could have bring him back in Rises. Again, just just lock him up in Arkham. If you have to use it later, you do. If you don't have to, you don't. But at least, like Cillian Murphy was there, so hey, go make a cameo. They misused it, but at least they did use him, at least minimally. So at least do that. Keep your options open. Because then, by just killing him for no reason, oh no, excuse me, he has to die because he's the White Knight, and so the Dark Knight has to kill the White Knight. As the news is gonna be, the newspaper and the police is gonna say that Batman killed the Dark Knight, killed the White Knight, and as such must be is now a hostile fugitive vigilante that we should intercept and capture and on the spot. First of all, wasn't that always the case with Batman? I mean, it's like in my trees, the Batman. It's very well defined that without Jim, uh, everyone would be unmasking him. Like you said, he just punches Gordon in the face, and he has to flee the GCPD building because everybody's shooting at him. Because nobody likes him, nobody trusts him. He's a vigilante. Every crime scene he goes, everywhere he goes, it's always they always look at him like an enemy or a potential enemy, like a crazy man. And here it's like, okay, and so because of Rachel is dead, then I'm gonna go on a. I abandoned Batman. I abandoned the cowl. My knees hurt. Again, it's like, oh, Batman, but Precious Lucius gave you a lighter armor, and still you have bad knees. Oh my God, you've been Batman for like a year and a half. Wow, what a great Batman! And he takes a 8 year hiatus to be all, doesn't train, stays recluse in his mansion, and all the crime go on in Gotham while he stay recluse and shoot arrows in his kitchen. So yeah, guys, and of course, I'll just say and end things by saying that, of course, as bad as this fucking trilogy is, as bad as this specific movie is, as bad as what Heath Ledger had to go through to create this character and gives us this incredible performance with, of course, each time I see it, I remember the first time I saw it, my jaw was on the floor, of course, and it's the same thing each time I see him. And each time I see him in other movies, it breaks my heart because I'm kind of convinced. Well, I'm sure most Batman fans are convinced that this role killed him again because all these stories that I'm not saying that's the truth. I don't know. It may be just an overdose or accidental, like they said, or we'll we'll never know. I guess it's like Kurt Cobain, but I mean, he just closed himself from the world and uh, became a recluse in his hotel room for like 1 or 2 months to be alone and to create the character. So I mean, it's got to take its toll. So again, that's the greatest tragedy of this movie. Um, I think this movie is completely overrated. I mean, remove Heath Ledger, and this is a shitstorm. Heath Ledger is like the guy who gives you water in the desert. It's like you're naked in the desert, you're gonna die of suffocation and heat and hunger, but from time to time there's a guy who gives you bread and water, and that's Heath Ledger in this movie. He saves you from the brink of insanity you would have go through to this fucking piece of shit Batman movie. Bad from every angle possible, except the music, I guess, and except from Heath Ledger's Joker and, in my opinion, Aaron Eckhart, who did a magnificent job. And it's a shame that he is not. His star hasn't shined since then. Like Christian Bale became very popular. Heath Ledger, rest in peace. Uh, it's a shame. It's a tragedy. Of course, I can't say anything else than that. And yeah, I think yeah, the tragedy is Heath Ledger's the loss of Heath Ledger. Um, he deserved, of course, his Oscar. Don't need to say it. He deserved it. Time and of course it's a no brainer. And so and he died so young. Is I'm like way older than when I think he died at 28 or 29, or maybe I'm wrong, but just before or after his 30th birthday, and it's make me sad. It's just as bad as this movie is, and as much fun and glory it is to watch Heath's work in as the Joker, or in any movie. I mean, Heath Ledger was one of the greatest actors, American actors, or I don't know where it comes from, but one of the greatest actor of his generation, and I he would have given us just not much Joker, more Joker, but more great roles, I'm sure. And yeah, and again, I'll just end to say with Aaron Eckhart, it's a shame that such a good actor doesn't get more prominent roles. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw him in something, and I watch kind of a lot of movies. So again, thanks to Hans Zimmer for his score. I still listen to it a lot. Fuck Goyer. Um, uh, I don't know if I'll ever tackle The Dark Knight Rises because it traumatized me to go through this movie again. It fucking sucks. And The Dark Knight Rises, I just say again, great soundtrack, great villain, but enough plot holes to pierce a black hole. It's just the pinnacle of stupidity. And to end with Batman with a nuclear bomb, to end this epic, ultra realistic trilogy with a neutron bomb, whatever, with the waste and the, the unimaginable waste of Talia al Ghul. It's I don't want it. My head hurts just thinking about it. So I'll I guess I'll go back to tackle to rejoice in watching Batman '89 and Batman Returns, and even I would say Batman Forever is kind of a guilty pleasure. I mean, it's not Batman, but um, I think Joel Schumacher got a bad rap. Um, anyway, I'll end up here. I'll talk about them again. There will be a lot more Batman on this channel, as always. But I'm gonna try um, again. And for the Snyder movie, Snyderverse, I'm sorry. I love Ben Affleck. I think it's another damn shame what they did to his character and how they treated him. Um, I think, as I said, as much as I hate Nolan's Batman, Snyder's Batman is just a murderous thug, but with great as not in Justice League. Justice League is a pile of shit, but I mean, if you give him Batman v Superman, just the Batman scenes, Ben Affleck did a superb job, and he trained so hard psychologically and physically, and at his age, and he said how hard it was. But yeah, so I will never I guess unless I get very drunk and I want to rip my insides out, I don't think I will ever review these movies. I'll stand with the Burton ones, which are still my favorite, with Mask of the Phantasm that is already on this channel. So yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. I know I'm just starting on YouTube here, but for the few views I get, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time for always more Batman. But I'll get a video out of what I want to tackle in the near future. So have a good night and take care, guys.